Oh, my head hurts, but things are looking up. They are looking up, 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 and away. Oh, cool, they do the text shrinking now. I feel like such a special boy. Let's go do a nice spy mission. I like those a lot. So this is a bonus video on top of the blob video. Because guess what? I'm going to have to get back to actually making videos on a daily basis again. I took a nice break. I enjoyed that. Enjoyed that a lot. That was very, very nice to take a time off, focus on what really mattered, and get that all squared out. But now I'm sick, because it turns out that when you do volunteer work in a very enclosed space with a bunch of people who are known for having bad immune systems, you're gonna catch something. You're just gonna catch something. Oh my fucking god, can you guys just come over here, please?
Moving. None of the scanners have detected you. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands.
Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Why does this happen so often? You better stay up there. If you come out of the fucking ceiling, I'll be pissed. I'll really be pissed, though. Man, my head hurts. My head just hurts. Let me just make this extremely clear. My head hurts. I'm building up a cold. Is what's going on. So normally with my volunteer stuff, I'm outside. I'm not inside. And since I was inside instead of outside, I was around a lot more sick people than I usually am. Usually I hang out with the healthy people. And this time I had to hang out with all the sick people indoors. Now, admittedly, they had said, hey, listen, we're going to stay inside, so you don't have to come if you don't want to come. And I was like, ah! I had to do some nice yard work. Got to take my mind off things for a bit. It was a very nice and relaxing experience, you know. People often underestimate the power of the little things, as they say. People often underestimate the power of the little things in life. You might wonder, what does that mean? I think just we put a lot of value on things you have to spend money to achieve, to acquire, to get. And less pressure on things that are just a thing you can do to keep your mental health up. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but my gastral tract is just like having a fucking field day right now. So I'm not in the best shape to be making a video, but things have turned out all right. So I'm way too good to move to. I'm in way too good a fucking mood to not be doing stuff. Get out of here, sir. Kind of tired though. I have a headache. I got this headache from not sleeping well. I think it's one of those headaches, but it could just as easily be something else. And I hate that. I like it when my headaches are nice and clearly defined. Also, I might do an A as a better Y, and I'm gonna do like a special episode on. This is the like 5 ways you can make kobolds a lot more interesting. Because as it stands, when you play a kobold, you play like a lot of people are playing kobolds nowadays. I've noticed. Like, I don't know why. Maybe they like the negative status effect. Like, oh, you're this very specific thing. Because the way kobolds work, they're very specific in how they function. So in case you know, in 5e, the way kobold works is you have disadvantage on perception checks and attack rolls against anything to do with sunlight. and in return, you get advantage on any roll against things where your allies nearby. Pack tactics, I think it's called. And you can give advantage to, I think, against just some sort of advantage against attacking against an enemy within 10 feet of you as a special action, which is neat. It's all neat. The problem is it makes you a very specific kind of character. One, you need to be willing to get in the midst of the fight because that's where you're most useful. You get that thing back on a short rest, which means you're going to be unloading that ability a lot in a lot of situations, which means you have to be in the thick of it. There's no saving throws, so that makes it very good. The problem is, pack tactics is like, hey, listen, you're going to be fighting with disadvantage unless you get involved in shit. Which means being a spellcaster, which is kind of what made kobolds the way they were. Like, originally the way a kobold worked is you were a spellcaster. Because that's what kobolds did. Either you were a spellcaster or you were a rogue. That was it. Because, that was kind of the deal, is that they had high charisma because they were, Unlike with fucking goblins, I'm willing to believe that kobolds have high charisma. Because kobolds are fucking adorable. So a lot of people do like to play kobolds. I want to know what kind of homebrew they play, because if they're playing flat kobold, there's only so much you can do before you start running into problems. I'm really curious about that. I would put up like a request of like, hey, everyone who's out there, send me your kobold, like if you've done something custom instead of using raw. But I don't have enough followers on Twitter or anywhere really to ask that kind of question and get answers that are statistically significant. Any at all would really be statistically significant since we're not doing quantitative, we're just doing qualitative, which means exploration-based. But the point is that I have like 5 ideas for how you can make kobolds work. And I think they should do it. Because people love kobolds. There's so many fucking kobolds on my fucking dashboard of like, this is my Dungeons & Dragons kobold. Just make him a core race. Stop denying it. People want to play the little adorable little scamps. So I got 5 ideas for how to keep them cute scamps. And one of them is going to be, hey, here's how you can actually make them work in Forgotten Realms so I don't have to fucking upheave your entire philosophy. And you want to know what the answer is? The answer is just have dragons say, just stop. Stop poking the dragon slayers and let me take a nap. Or, kobolds are like, hey, it turns out that consistently pissing off a society of people isn't a good idea. I mean, the dwarves are one thing. But then you start picking fights with people who live in a world where you have to suffer a disadvantage. Like, don't forget that it doesn't matter if you're in light or darkness. What matters is that either of you is in light or darkness. Only one of them has to be in the wrong side of the light spectrum, and the kobold just goes, yep, I'm out of here. And pack tactics requires you to be in melee range, where kobolds don't want to be because they're not that tough boys. They're not tough enough. So if you want to know what the base ideas is, I hope my brain can do this because I haven't written this down, so it's not like categorized yet. One is kobolds as like proper urbanized, like, hey, people need little shitbags to keep the place clean, and kobolds don't give a shit about smell, so bada bing, bada boom. You got your sewer cleaners, your mine builders. Someone's got to do the dirty jobs, and it's going to be Micro, who turns out to be a kobold in this world. Another is kobold as sewer mutants, as like they're so numerous and they breed so much that there's like mutants versions of them. One is basically kobolds as they should be, as they were in 3.5, which is more of like, hey, here's kobolds as if they were not built as one of the 2 fucking races that has a negative status effect, has a negative ASI. Yes, strength is not as important, but it still sucks. And you still don't get much in return for it other than a whole bunch of advantage mechanics that are like, oh, that's so messy. Like, it's rare in 5e to end up in a situation where advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out, but with a kobold you're going to be doing it constantly because that's how they work. And that's annoying, because it means you don't get to actually experience that mechanic. I'm just saying, it's kind of frustrating. So, what's I thinking about? So the other one is kobolds are just like told by dragons, hey, play nice. Play ball. Like, you're going to be my little missionaries, because I'm fucking sick and tired of actually dealing with humans. I'm just going to send you to the humans instead. Okay, so we got one more. Which one was that again? I don't know. But those are some ideas. I've just been tossing around. I like tossing around ideas and thinking about this kind of stuff. Because fucking wizards sure as fuck ain't doing it. Paizo ain't doing it. Paizo's like, hey, we're going to do goblins! I look at my dashboard and I see so many fucking kobolds. I'm like, yeah, go do goblins. Go do those very creepy looking fucking bastards in this world of people who want to look at cats! I'm sure the fucking marketing department's shitting bricks at the money you're making. Like, the thing is, if you just want a charisma dexterity, you can do kobolds. And they're underdogs, and they're scamps, and they're adorable. Goblins are always presented as this fucking monstrously disgusting race, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna pick this one for our mascot. Come on, man. Come on. They're so cute, though. Just look up kobold characters. They're adorable. Tell me those boys do not deserve a chance. And if you say that, I'm going to punch you in the gut.
You're nearing the console.
You're nearing the console. Don't forget to bring your kobolds. Now, admittedly, the reason I might be seeing a lot of kobold art is because I do follow someone who's like, I like kobolds, and he reposts a lot. But when I look at that stuff, I'm like, clearly there's an audience for this, because this can't be the same fucking person commissioning 18,000 fucking characters. Like, I'd be fucking surprised if it was just one person. There's just one person who is commissioning all of the kobold art. Oh my god, my stomach's just so upset. See, like an idiot, I decided, because I couldn't decide on what I wanted for my big celebration meal, I decided most foolishly, to go with going to the snack bar, which was a terrible idea. Not that it's bad, it's just that my stomach acts up. But hey, I felt good by the end of it. I was like, yeah. I think I like snack bar food a lot more when I'm on the go. There's something about eating that shit when you're outside and it's cold and you're like, ah, this is nice. There's something about the warmth that brings out the spiciness of the frikandels and just the warm toastiness of the croquettes. Isn't that kind of funky? It's like this food only tastes good when you're freezing your nards off and your body is screaming for calories. But on the other side, I now have a little bit of time for myself. I'm going to dedicate this time to losing weight. To shedding those calories. I've had a lot of time to do that, but nothing much has come of it because I'm an idiot who can't fucking do anything right. But now that I've done this right, I have a little bit of confidence. I'm going to grow that little flower of confidence, and I'm going to grow it to something big. Another way I'm doing it is I picked up Duolingo, and I'm now trying to learn a bunch of languages, starting with French and Chinese, because I'm a fucking moron. I'm probably not going to learn proper Chinese. I'm going to eventually have to visit an actual institution to tell me, hey, listen, this is how you do Chinese. But I can get somewhere, at least. And somewhere is better than nowhere. As the ancient Chinese saying goes, which hopefully at some point in the future I can actually say it in Chinese and I'll sound super credible. I'll sound like an authority. It's like, hey, as the ancient Chinese saying goes, and you're like, hey, he said it in Chinese, that must be true. He said it in the language that he said it's from, so it must be true. I mean, to be fair, I could totally say like Dutch proverbs and you would not know. I'd be here raising my eyebrows going, and no one will ever know. I just love that line. The good part about it is that he's like, and no one will ever know! It's just like his voice is just screeching and clawing at you, and it's like, I love it. And no one will ever... Wait, what do I have for? So I have this... Oh, yeah, this is the distillers. So they do the same thing. I guess they just collect more. It's like, hey, you want a bunch of shit? The problem I have with them is you have to log in again. Like, they're not worth it, because you generally get enough that's like, I don't get any real benefit out of it. Wait, I never put a fucking bad boy in this thing. I'm waiting to get another coupon so I can buy another set, and I think it's gonna be the last time I'll ever buy anything. Because after that, I'll have all the shit I need. I need Slash. I think I don't have anything good for Slash. I got Sawtooth. Like, why even bother with those? Those are, well, for one, they're commons. They're not even uncommon. They're not. I don't even know what they're called. What are these rarities called? Let's look it up in a bit. I need to put something on this thing. So it's got Slash. So anything... I mean, I think I'll just go for this... Wildfire wouldn't be bad, because I do run into the clip problem sometimes. There we go. I love Blast. That's a little bit bigger clip. Wait, if I... Let's think real loud. If I... Oh, I can put... I got high voltage nowadays. Yeah! Look at that. Now it finally does damage. I'm so happy. So what are the rankings in mods, anyway? Where can I find that out? Does it actually mention what a rank of a mod is? Like what their common... I guess they're just like common, uncommon. But the thing that bothers me, this is the reason that this doesn't like click into my head. So these are legendaries. I can accept that. Those are legendary. They look white. They look cool. They look pristine. That's a legendary looking mod. I don't know, man. That just looks amazing. And I could say, yeah, these are rares because they're golden colored. But these look like commons. They're like, this is just fine. They look standard. They look standard as all hell. And these are like all brown and muddy. I'm like, ugh, they're trash. They're junk. Which isn't the case, because you got things like ammo drums. Like, oh, those are alright. Those are alright if you know what the hell you're doing. I don't know. It's just they made the common mods feel like dirt. Like I don't. They're brown like dirt. Look at it. Look at this. That's brown. That's a brown you see in dirt. That's a handful of actually dirt's kind of black. In case you've never seen like actual dirt you buy at a store, dirt's kind of black. At least the dirt I usually see is very black. It's not brown. So. It looks like poop, I guess. It looks very gross and grimy. Like no one ever bothers to take a little bit of polish and make the mods all shiny looking, which makes me sad because I'm like, hey, polish your mod, make them look spick and span. How much? No, not even that much. I should really grind those out because I'm pretty sure Borrow Coutier's coming up anytime soon. Any fun? No. I should have done that because I haven't. I need to focus on doing big payouts every morning. What Warframes have I yet to attain? And am I going to throw up before the end of this video? Probably not, because I'm pretty far along. I really wanted to be in a Fire Prime, and I'm going to buy it. I mean, I would have bought the Chroma Prime kit, and I was like, I don't really care about Chroma Prime. Yeah, I got like 4 frames to max out.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you.
The problem with this motherfucker saying that a Warframe suits you is that by this point you already know that they're not suits. They're meat puppets. They are dolls of flesh. They're what happens if you take the soul out of a human being, but you keep all the meat in place. So him saying it suits you is like one of those lines like you kind of got to cut it out there, Ordis. Like Ordis should have known this ahead of time. Like Ordis really seems like the kind of person who would have to scan the technology, be like, hey, you're not actually here in that sense. Man, there was such a long time where I hadn't completed the Transcendence, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And then I completed all one to go, like, oh, this has changed only a little bit, because I use Zuneric. That's so funky. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm back in black, baby. If everything goes alright, there will be games in the weekends again. Yay! And maybe more. Maybe more. Who the hell knows in this strange new world? Oh, cool, there's a hotfix. Let's oh, no, it opens the webpage. Well, we might as well read it anyway, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why do I still have RP Thread Tracker? I haven't used Tumblr threads in years. Let's see. Fixed an issue. This prevents. Oh, no. Fixed an AI bug at arbitration defense. Slightly increased the hitbox of arbitration drones! Oh my goodness. This is a hotfix that we simply could not do without.